Blood on the ice, a hunter's fight for survival. The glacier breathed. Ulf felt it in the cracking groan of ancient ice beneath his feet, in the howling wind that carried the scent of blood across the frozen wastes. 3 days he'd tracked Hrothgar, 3 days without fire, without shelter, with only vengeance to keep his heart beating. The cave bear's trail was easy to follow now. Crimson splashes stained the snow like crushed berries, leading toward a jagged ice field where the wind carved knife-edged ridges. Ulf's breath came in ragged clouds as he climbed. His furs were stiff with frost, his lips cracked and bleeding. The flint knife in his hand felt heavier with each step. Then he saw it. Hrothgar lay slumped against an ice wall, its massive chest rising slow and laboured. The arrow still protruded from its ruined eye, the shaft broken halfway. The beast's muzzle was frosted with frozen breath, its once glossy fur matted with old blood and new snow. It looked diminished, dying. Ulf stepped forward, knife raised. The bear's head snapped up. A rattle came from its throat, not a growl, but something worse, a laugh. Ulf froze. The ice exploded. A second bear, younger, larger, burst from a hidden crevasse, its claws raking the air where Ulf's face had been. He stumbled back, slipping on the ice. A mother and cub. The realization struck like a spear to the gut. Hrothgar hadn't been fleeing, she'd been leading him here. The cub charged. Ulf rolled sideways, feeling the wind of its passing. His knife scraped uselessly against the beast's thick hide. He scrambled toward an ice overhang. Just as Hrothgar lurched to her feet with a roar that shook the glacier, Ulf pressed his back to the ice as the two bears circled. The cub was reckless, snapping its jaws. But Hrothgar, she moved with terrible purpose, her good eye locked on Ulf. This was no animal defending territory, this was judgment. The cub struck first. Ulf ducked, driving his knife upward into its belly. Hot blood gushed over his hands. The beast howled, swiping wildly. And Hrothgar moved. Ulf barely had time to raise his arm before her claws found him. White-hot pain seared his shoulder as he was flung against the ice. His knife skittered away. The cub thrashed in its death throes, staining the snow black. Hrothgar loomed over him, her breath reeking of rotten meat. Ulf saw his reflection in her remaining eye, a broken thing, bleeding out on the ice. Then the glacier screamed, a sound like the world splitting. The ice beneath Hrothgar's paws spiderwebbed with cracks. The bear hesitated, and the ground gave way. Ulf lunged sideways as the entire shelf collapsed. Hrothgar vanished into the blue-black depths with a final fading snarl. The cub's carcass followed. Silence. Ulf lay gasping at the edge of the crevasse, his blood pooling on the ice. The wind wailed like a grieving spirit. He'd won. So why did it feel like a betrayal? Night fell fast in the north. Ulf managed to drag himself to a shallow cave before the blizzard hit. As he packed his wound with snow, his fingers brushed something hard in the ice wall. A wolf's skull, perfectly preserved. Its empty sockets seemed to watch him. Somewhere in the storm, a howl answered. The wolf pack's vengeance, a tribal legend. What awaits Ulf in the Valley of the Wolves? The hunt takes a terrifying turn. Watch now to continue the story. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.